If you've ever read any books about leadership, you probably agree it can be a fairly dry subject. But here on the eve of sequester, as the United States is just barely beginning to drag itself out of the worst economic recession since the 1930s, maybe it's time to take a few minutes and consider our approach to leaders and selecting leaders and our thinking on leadership. I've posted some of my thoughts on my blog called Leader Tunes. It's a WordPress blog, so you get there going to leadertunes.wordpress.com. And the whole business of leaders and leadership is puzzling to me, because surely we don't select poor leaders. We wouldn't go through the torture of an election or all the work that's required to train and promote somebody to a management level if they were not a good leader, now would we? On the other hand, our country's political system is rife with people who can't seem to make anything happen. The sequester is a great example of that. Are our leaders really good leaders? Are they poor leaders? Or they just can't quite get their hands around leadership? It sort of reminds me of the Winnie the Pooh story, where I think it's Piglet and Winnie the Pooh are lost in the woods, and the drawing, I like to say drawing like Norm on This Old House. The drawing is of Winnie and Piglet walking down a path through the woods, and there's this giant hole in the ground next to them. And Piglet looks up at Winnie the Pooh and he says, "You know, Pooh, we've been lost for a good long time trying to find home, and we keep finding this hole. Maybe if we look for this hole for a while, we'll find our way home." We spend a lot of time looking for and selecting leaders, and then expecting them to show good leadership. Perhaps if we spend a little while looking for a simple model of leadership, then maybe leaders could emerge or happen or something. You see, I haven't quite got my ideas fully formed, and would appreciate your help visiting my blog and seeing what you think about my ideas and thoughts.